Hey Elonites, welcome to the Tesla space where we share the latest news, rumors, and insights into all things Tesla, SpaceX, and Elon Musk. We're going to switch things up a bit here today and talk about a few things that I wish I had known before I jumped in and bought my Tesla. These aren't necessarily regrets or negatives, just some points that you should be considering before making an investment in a Tesla vehicle. Number one, price changes. A long-standing frustration among Tesla owners is the company's tendency to cut prices randomly and unexpectedly. There is no shortage of Model 3 owners who bought the car early, like myself, only to see the price drop by thousands of dollars shortly after. The same thing happened with the new Model Y, which saw a $3,000 price cut to the all-wheel drive model after the vehicle had only been out for a few months. Tesla is even taking the price of their flagship sedan, the Model S, down for the third time this year, now selling at, you guessed it, $69,420. Seriously, Elon, this joke is getting tired, my dude. You gotta move on. The price of the Model S began this year at $80,000, leaving anyone who purchased the car in January looking at a $10,000 hole in their bank account that wouldn't be there if they'd just waited. Number two, Tesla do not have model years. Every conventional vehicle manufacturer follows a standard release schedule where they update the cars and release new models consistently at the same time every single year, except for Tesla. Their tendency is to constantly make changes to the cars as they develop better technology. Whenever an updated component or system is ready to go, it is just added to the vehicle production line. So a Model 3 made in May 2019 could be slightly improved from a Model 3 that was made in March 2019. And unless you're really into Tesla and follow this news closely, like subscribing to this channel, you might never even know about the difference. That means, much like trying to get the best price, getting the latest and greatest tech in your Tesla vehicle is also a bit of a crapshoot. However, there is a positive side to this, as Tesla is constantly sending new updates to your vehicle remotely, improving a variety of different aspects of the car without having to buy a new one or bring it into the shop. Number three, unreliable vehicle delivery dates. This is kind of in the same vein as Tesla not using standard model years for their cars. They just release brand new vehicles whenever they are ready to go. Sometimes, like in the case of the Model 3, they can get behind schedule and leave people waiting a long time to get their cars delivered. While other times, like in the case of the Model Y, the cars are ready early and delivered sooner than expected. Then there are concept cars like the Cybertruck and new Roadster, whose release dates we keep watching fall farther and farther into the future. And people who have already pre-ordered the vehicles are left hanging with no idea when the car is actually going to hit the streets. So, if you plan to order a Tesla, especially one that hasn't been released yet, know that you might need to exercise some patience with the process. Number four, you gotta pay for paint. It's not unusual for car manufacturers to upcharge on an exotic paint color, especially for more expensive vehicles, but Tesla gets a little bit ridiculous with this. First off, they only have 5 color options available as of right now, which is pretty sparse to begin with, and the only color option included in the vehicle's base price is white. That's a pain in the ass to keep clean. So, if you want to switch your Model Y from white to black or silver, that's going to be $1,000 extra. Blue is also available for the same price as black, but if you want a red car, well, that's double the price of the blue at $2,000. It's all a bit silly, especially considering the colors are pretty standard and nothing fancy, but that's just how it goes. Something to keep in mind before you buy. Number 5, Tesla stock. A nice thing about Tesla cars is that they will hold their value pretty well. They're a decent investment to make compared to many other vehicles. Tesla's company stock, on the other hand, has skyrocketed in value since the Model 3 was released. It's left myself and a lot of other Tesla owners wondering where we would be if we only had purchased stocks instead of cars. I made a video about it, there's a link in the description. Basically, if I'd bought $50,000 worth of Tesla stock back in 2018 instead of my Model 3, then I'd have enough money right now to easily fund a Model S Plaid or even a new Tesla Roadster. So again, you might feel a little, likely very small tinge of regret if Tesla stock keeps flying up, but hey, like they say, it's better to cry in a Tesla than on a bicycle. Number 6, real life range. Here's one that hits home for anyone living in a place that has winter, like up here in Canada. When Tesla lists the distance range for their vehicles, they're basing that on ideal driving conditions, which for them is sunny Southern California weather. For a lot of us, this is not our real life. I'm driving my Model 3 in an environment that regularly gets colder than negative 20 degrees Celsius or negative 4 Fahrenheit, and that has significant impact on the car's range. If you're driving a Tesla at or below freezing temperatures, expect the total range to be reduced by 20% or more. In addition to that, Tesla does not recommend charging the battery to 100% for daily driving, only when you need that full range on a long road trip. Personally, I just make sure to plug my Tesla in every night in the winter, and this becomes mostly a non-issue. But it is something to consider, especially if you leave the car outside for long periods of time. Number 7, additional expenses. Now, while these pale in comparison to most other vehicles, there are some little expenses that might pop up when you're buying your Tesla. So be prepared for the cost of your Tesla to go well and above the price you see on the website. For one, there are a boatload of upgrades that are available to you before you actually get the car, such as self-driving, upgraded interiors, and these can really bump up the price quite a bit. Beyond that, you'll be paying a delivery fee of around $1,000 before the car is available for pickup, and that's not included in the Tesla price calculator. After you get the car home, the amount of accessories and customizations available will quickly eat into your bank account. For example, a lot of Model 3 owners dislike the glossy interior panels and choose to have them wrapped for a more matte finish. Or you might even want to have the entire car wrapped like I did, either as a protection against damage to the paint, or maybe you don't really like any of Tesla's 5 color options and you want to wrap your car a custom color. You also might want to buy the kit to remove the aero wheel hubcaps, again something I chose to do, and go with a window tint, again something I chose to do. Now maybe you've got enough self-control to just leave the car as is, but if you're into customizing your ride, this can get expensive. Number 8, home charging upgrade. You can charge a Tesla with the regular wall outlet plugs that are already in your house, but it's going to charge very slowly. And if you have a long daily commute, then you might not be able to get enough juice into your car in one night of charging. To boost your home charging speed, you'll need to have an electrician come out and install a special plug in the area where you park the car. It's a big chunky outlet like the one you plug a clothes dryer into. Depending on how your house is wired and how much electricians charge in your area, this could be a significant extra expense to get the most out of your Tesla. Number 9, curb rash. This is a problem that a lot of Tesla drivers seem to encounter, including myself. Curb rash on the wheels. For whatever reason, the design of Tesla's wheels make it much more likely that you'll rub them against the curb as you're parking the car and leave the rims looking a bit mangled. Of course, we're all going to say that we are such excellent drivers and we would never do such a thing, but this is definitely something to be aware of and a little extra cautious with. Number 10, quality control. This has been a sticking point with Tesla vehicles since the early days, and unfortunately, it's a problem that has continued on. There have been issues with the interior trim falling off, lots of problems with the paint either coming off, being oversprayed, or undersprayed, weird inconsistencies in the panel gaps on the exterior of the car. We've even had a story recently about a brand new Model Y that had the roof come flying off on the way home from the dealer. Personally, when I received my Tesla, there were what appeared to be cuts in the rear bumper from a box cutter. So as exciting as it can be to get a new car, make sure and take the time to check it carefully when you are taking delivery, and if anything doesn't look right or feel right, let Tesla know about it before you drive away. But that's it for today's video, everyone. We're not trying to be negative here. I do want to reinforce I love my Tesla and I wouldn't trade it for any other car, except maybe a Lambo or something like that. We just wanted to share the ups and downs that come along with being a Tesla owner. If you've encountered any of these issues or even had a problem that we didn't mention, we'd be very curious to hear about that in the comment section. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe for more videos coming every Friday and Monday, hit the notification bell so you don't miss them. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video.